It's too hot in here. Taking out my clothes. Guys, I'm already stripping for you, and the stream is not even started. Can you imagine? It's too warm. Ah, shit. My infrastructure. What is up? What is up, everyone? How is this Sunday going? How is this Sunday popping? Tell me everything. Tell me everything. Alright, so what I'm gonna do first is basically notify the fucking world that I'm online. Twitter, of course. Boom. Is the music too loud? Maybe. It's fine, I think. It's gonna be fine. Oh man, I think I'm getting sick. I don't know what it is. Again, man, it's crazy. Since I was vaccinated, since I was wearing all these stupid masks for 2 fucking years, I think my immune system is basically borking. It's crazy. But hey. Jack Toke, what is up, my mans? Welcome. Welcome to the Netflix of programming. So basically, what are we doing? Actually, I am I'm in the examples folder of Hollywood, and I'm gonna make an example, which is basically a microservice example where we're gonna have something like. I'm just thinking about it. Alex J, what are you listening to? It's from Artlist. It's electronic shenanigans, man. Not quite sure what it is. Copyright-free music. Yeah. So I'm in the examples folder. I'm gonna make the payment processor-ish thingy to demonstrate some of the use cases. Also, so basically to stress test to see if everything is kind of going good with the internal API of the framework, right? Of the engine. So I'll basically have this message folder because right now there is no option to serialize and deserialize your messages in JSON or whatever, or message pack or whatever other thing you want to use, protocol you want to use. It's basically protobuf. So I already bootstrapped this a little bit. So we're gonna have something like protolint was not detected. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. So we're gonna have a public payment, a private payment, a subscription, and an error basically. So the main goal is that we make some kind of a broker first, a broker specific tied to a customer, to an account ID, and a broker could be something that's I don't know, hooked on your Kafka queue, or it's hooked on Stripe, and it's sending. It's a WebSocket stream of, I don't know, events, basically payment events, new payments, private payments, I don't know. I'm just trying to be creative. And that is basically going to send that to a process, and a process is going to check the message, and it's going to distribute that to other processes specific for these events and all that stuff, right? Do you have any... Rohan, what up, man? Do you have any stuff on Go internals? What do you mean? Go internals. What do you mean by that? Damn, I feel so fucking tired. It's crazy. What is going on with the stream? Let me see. Alright, fine. It is what it is. Normally I wouldn't stream today, but hey. Can you make a file upload using multi-party forum using Go? I can. But can you? That's the question. I can. Actually don't know. I never did it. This thing's still getting used. Alright. So basically what we're gonna do is we have this folder here. I'm gonna make a new folder. I'm gonna call this folder CMD. I'm gonna make a new folder. I'm gonna call this folder broker. Event broker. Actually, to be honest, just broker, right? Brokey. As a broker, new file. Broker go. Boom. Like that. Then we're going to have a new file in CMD. Actually, it's not true. No. No. I'm going to call this actors. Receivers. Receivers making new paradigms. Like I said before. I'm setting the trend. Nobody else. I'm setting the new trend. You know what I mean? I'm setting new patterns. New paradigms. Completely. So I'm gonna call it receivers. The broker. It's so fucking hot here. It's crazy. Ha. Yeah, why not? Why not? It's fine. It's gonna be totally fine. It's gonna be fine. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna call this receivers. Boom. Then we're gonna say. We're first gonna make the broker, right? So we're gonna say broker. Struct func new. Call ID. What are we using actually? A tuple? Are you fucking crazy? Are you fucking crazy, eh? It's already fixed. We're gonna call this a new broker. Go internals, depth of standard library and everything. Yeah, I don't have any videos about that. Unfortunate. New broker. There's gonna be an actor. Actually, to be honest, gonna be a producer. It's gonna return a func actor receiver. It's gonna return this broker thingy. Just like that, man. I swear to God, what's happening in my body now? You have no fucking clue what's going on. I don't understand. It's insane. I'm legit suffering. I'm suffering right now. It's crazy. So new broker, an account ID, right? I take the pain like a man, eh? Account ID like this, gonna be an account ID, and then we're gonna say func b broker receive an CTX, which is gonna be an actor context. Just like that. Boom. What we also could do is something like func. Actually, to be honest, let's copy this bad boy. I'm gonna say on start and on stop, I guess. Started. No, stop. Yes. FMT println. Broker. To be honest, we're gonna do it like that. I like it. I like these brackets. Broker. Started. Right. And then of course on stop. We stopped. That's what it is. What's going on with this thing? Mistakes were made. Help. Yo, G. Kratos, what is up, man? I want detailed video on context package. Context package. I am nodding my head to understand it. I have a detailed video about the context package, my man. I have a video about the context package. Context background. Context to do. Context with cancel. With timeout. With deadline. The whole shebang. You know what I mean? Context with me. Context with all the things. It's easy. You see? I can... Actually, I'm not in my thing. It doesn't matter. Receive. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch here. We don't care here, to be honest. So this is a broker. This is gonna start. That's fine. We're gonna try to architect things, right? Architect. We're gonna make a new file. It's gonna be the broker. I know. Too many brokers. New file. We're gonna call this main.go. I'm gonna say package main. Func main. Account ID is a flag string. Actually, that's not true. N64, by the way. How does it work? I have no clue. Flag parse. Like I said, I have no clue how these things work. I just try to infer it. Name, value, yada yada. Okay, so we're gonna say account ID. A default value, 0. Usage. It's all good. Alright, so we're gonna make an engine. Oh man, I'm getting so sick, it's crazy. It's gonna be actor, new engine. That's fine. Let's save this real quick. Then we're gonna say that the remote is going to be an actor. No, it's not true. It's gonna be a remote new a remote config. We're gonna have some actors that are running on a specific machine, and we're gonna have some child stuff and all that shenanigans. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Listen adders is basically listen adder, and we need to do it like that. Actually, we could do it with, but we're gonna hard code it because we go hard. That's gonna be ports. I recently changed my port. I'm leveling up as an engineer also. Like you guys are leveling up, I'm also leveling up. And each time I level up, I increase exponentially my port numbers. Right? So it's instead of 3,000, I do it at 30,000. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to do that. It's basically a life advice. You can see on the port numbers of a programmer how experienced he is. Right? The bigger the port, the more experience. Right? Then we're gonna say E with remote. Nice API. The remote. Fine. And then we're gonna do something like this. A select. Just for the sake. Then we're gonna say here. We're gonna say E spawn with spawn ops. Spawn with options, right? So what are the options? Actor.ops. Then we're gonna say that the producer. You can also spawn without ops, right? But I need the ops because I want to set the hooks to true. The producer is gonna be receivers. New broker. With the account ID. Do I need to pointer this? Yes, I need. You see? Experience. Dereference. On the fly. The name of this bad boy is going to be the payment actually broker. We call it broker. Broker. Do we need to give it tags? Yes, we're gonna give it tags, right? We're gonna give this guy tags. Why? It's gonna be a slice of string. And we're gonna give him the shit. I need to string convert. Account ID str is going to be string conf dot is it A to Y? I don't know. That's impossible. It's probably an error, but VS Code cannot catch it. Itoa! Also not. It needs to be an int, I guess. What am I doing, guys? What's going on? An int, why? Okay, now I need to dereference this thing. Alright. Now we set. Right. Spawn ops. Yada yada yada. Cool. So how are we gonna run this thing? Well, we're gonna say go run cmd broker may not go. Server is started. Problem is our actor is not started. Why? Okay, I know why. Because we never got something. You need to say with hooks is true. And probably it's gonna fail. Or not. Of course, that's because we are not hooker. I know it's a bad word, but we need to implement the hooker interface. In broker. I think it's gonna be an on in it. On in it. Yes. We're not started. Why is that? Is it already borked? It's already borking. A borker. It's a borker instead of a broker. Let me quickly think why is on start not getting. Damn, and I cannot go in my main files. Why is it? How is that possible? Can I go back here? No, he can't. He's how can I fix this? Can I do it like that? It's gonna be the process, guys. Like I said, it could be something is working on the fly. Hook receiver. Hooker. Hooker is broken, guys. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We need to stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. CTX. Type. Case. Of course. I'm gonna do some nasty stuff, right? I'm gonna do this. Look at this. Boom. To shut up. Go. Wait, where am I? A little bit of a miss thingy here. Yes. Oh no. Wait. Going to default real quick. What's going on actually? This is basic mechanics, actually, to be honest. But hey, it is what it is, guys. Hey, sometimes Actually, I'm gonna do this. Reflect type of MSG. Maybe I'm actually like this, and I'm gonna boom. Initialized, yeah, fine. So we don't get this. So I disabled this hooks, right? That's fine. I was actually this is a small font, I know. Small font. So what's going on real quick? Why do I get not my it's process, right? Where here. Process. With hooks, yada yada. That's good, that's good. And receive this initialize thing, that's also fine. We publish this event. This is a go func. Defer func. It's this envelope. I'm actually pretty confused. And nobody can help me because nobody can help me because nobody knows the internals, right? Wait, what do I? Well, is it maybe with this? With this is not. This is fine. I don't know. Maybe I forgot something or something. Maybe I fucked it up. Right. Okay. So there is a problem. It's my bad. I think if we spawn opt here, the problem is that the inbox size is going to be 0. Can you imagine that? I forgot that. It's so a small issue with big consequences, and the reason is basically because I changed this recently. Where is it? Where is it? Here, this one here. I'm not quite sure if you can see it. It's the CFG inbox size. We make this envelope. That's the problem. The problem is already solved. It's already taken care of. Of course, we need to fix that. And it's in my to-do list that I need to... if some configuration is not being given, then we have a default one. A default value for that, right? So I'm going to do with hooks, by the way. Because I like a hooker. It's the interface, the hooks interface, a hooker. That's going to be true. It's fine, so we can delete the started like this, and then we can start the broker. Boom, broker init initialized yada yada. We don't need this default message right now. Basically, we don't need anything of this for now. Right, so we're gonna run the broker. So what the broker is going to do, the broker is going to make some messages, right? So we're gonna hard code real quick. Wait, let's do something else first. This is the broker. New folder. It's gonna be the processor. Processor. That's fine. So the broker is going to send this to the professor, and the processor is going to do processing things, right? New file. It's gonna be main.go. Boom, just like that. We're gonna actually, can I copy this? Doesn't matter. Manually, let's do it manually. Package main, func main. I'm gonna copy real quick this thing in here. So like that, boom, 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 just like that. Of course, this remote we're gonna take 40 thingy, and then we're gonna select here. Just like that. Boom. Cool. So what's going to happen is that we're going to spawn the processor here. We don't have a processor. Actually, let's make him. Let's make it. Let's make him already. Let's get it done. Receivers. Here, boom. Like, make a new one. Processor. Go, boom. Receivers. I'm gonna check the chat soon. Broker. Like I said, this is gonna change your life, guys. You have no clue. You have no clue how good this is. Everybody's sitting there, what the hell? This is much better than everything else. I swear to God. And I will show you. So we're gonna copy this whole shebang actually. Look at this, boom, boom, boom. It's already been taken care of because we're gonna rename broker. Look at this, VS Code, rename symbol. I'm gonna no, cannot be renamed. Why is that? Completely garbage. Okay, cool. It is what it is. We're gonna call this processor. Right? Ugh, so annoying. New processor. And I hate this word. P. Actually, to be honest. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Fine. Processor, all good. Okay, of course. Can I quickly rename this real quick with VS Code, please? Rename symbol? No. Okay, fuck you. Pros, something like that. I'm gonna call it this one. Prox. Prox. I didn't sleep too well also, so I can be a little bit grumpy today. I'm so sorry. Bro, tell me you are ready for go. It doesn't matter. Pick one. Pick one. And if you cannot choose, you select 10. And then you do Ine Mine Mutte. Ine Mine Mo. And then you pick one. That's the one. It doesn't actually matter, to be honest, guys. It doesn't matter. Do we need an account ID for a processor? We don't. So, I don't think so we need. Stop. You can also just return, instead of returning a producer, you can directly return a receiver, right? Unless you need a constructor, you make a producer, otherwise you make a receiver. It's easy, but you can leave it like that. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I need to go to processor main. Man, clicking today. Today is a clicking day. We're gonna spawn a, let me copy this other main here, broker. This whole stuff, I'm gonna copy this, boom, boom. Spawn it like that. Receivers, new processor, boom. We don't need this. Tags, no tags. Inbox size, that's actually very large. I'm gonna lie. Alright, so basically, look what's gonna happen. So, no, this is the broker, processor. This is a very important aspect, processor, right? So basically what's happening is that the engine is gonna spawn this processor, and because it's a remote, the address is going to be the PhD, the PIT of this project, of this processor, of this receiver. We're gonna spawn more receivers later on inside of this one, on the fly. We're gonna spawn on the fly. It's going to be 127. This local host basically is gonna be 40,000, right? 40,000 slash the name with all the tags after it, right? So it's gonna be slash processor. And no worries, I'm gonna make a cluster package that will automatically discover everything, and you can spawn everything wherever you want. You will see, it's gonna be amazing, right? So that's basically the endpoint of this process, this one, and you will see you will see. So enable to connect with that, we need to go back to broker, yeah. Boom, just like that, right? So let's make a simple const here real quick. Actually, to be honest, let's make a var. And we're going to say the broker pit. No, processor pit. This will... processor pit is going to be new pit. It's going to be 120, 4,000, 40,000 processor, right? It's a little bit of hard coding, I know, but it is what it is, okay? Okay, I'm gonna make a function, func b broker start. It's fine. Just like that. We're gonna make a for loop. We're gonna do a time sleep of a time second. Actually, to be honest, we can go faster if you want. And then we're gonna basically say here. Actually, to be honest, it's available. Who cares? So we're gonna say B. Murat, bro, it's an issue in VS Code Vim. No, the problem was that because we had a conflict with the two files, right? Broker was duplicated across the same package, so VS Code knows that, and it gives us it's complaining, and that's why it cannot rename it, because it's trash. So I'm thinking I want to have an engine in here or something, or maybe a CTX. The problem is that's going to be fine, right? I'm going to do it like that. Just like that, and we're gonna say here CTX. Can I send directly? CTX send to the broker pit, processor pit. I mean, boom, just like that. And we're gonna send a message. It's gonna be. Let's start with a payment message first. Payment, a public payment, right? It's gonna be a message. Public payment. And we need to make this random. I know, it's going to be nasty. What's going to be the account ID? B account ID. And that's fine. What is the other thing? It's going to be a price or an amount. Is the music still going? Okay, the music also borked. My bad. All right, so we're going to say amount. What is this going to be? I don't know. Something like that, right? Actually, to be honest, I don't like it. 99, 99, I like that. Or 99, 69, something like that. This is the ultimate price, right? This is the ultimate debate. It's not 100, and it's also 69, so it triggers. So that's what we're gonna do. Start, we're gonna keep sending that. The problem is that context in a Go routine is unsafe. For now. Engine is not. Engine is not. But if you send with context, you have the sender also. It doesn't matter. It's unsafe, but it's for now. Live is also unsafe. Alright, so we're gonna on start here. We're gonna basically, actually, to be honest, let's do B start. This is a blocking function, and we cannot do that, right? So we need to go. It's a little bit of a problem, right? Actually, to be honest, we could say broker started broken. Sending. Events, or something like that. Okay, cool. What's going on? Alright, that's fine. Broker setup. Of course, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cycle randomly between all these events, right? And then you're gonna see what's going on. The processor, that's what I need. So first of all, we have this receive method. We're gonna say case if it's a message, what are we sending here? A public payment, I guess, right? You're gonna say fmt println received. Actually, to be honest, stop. Just a message. It doesn't matter, right? That's what we're gonna do. Shit, conflicting things. That's fine. Because message is the package of the proto where I put the proto files, right? So that's that. So it's receiving. That should be good. So now I can start. Probably I need 2 of these terminals here. Boom. Perfectly fine. So I'm gonna boot up the broker, and the broker's gonna complain, right? He's gonna complain because he's gonna say connection refused. That's fine. That's fine. It's all good. It's all fault tolerant. You know what I mean? It's resilient. If I make some things, I make it good. So then we're gonna run the processor, right? May not go, right? All right. So you see, we're already receiving these things, right? You can see that it stopped here. Basically, the stream write is started. We write to this address, and the cool stuff is that if I stop here, boom, interrupt. What's going on here? This guy's complaining. There's no problem. We can boot this guy back up. What the hell's going on here? We can boot him back up, and then he will basically resume back, and this will resume, and vice versa, right? Vice versa. If you do. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you kill this guy, then you will say that the stream indeed terminated, right? And then we can boot it back up. It doesn't matter, right? It's gonna start broking, sending events, and they pick up. It's resilient. You know what I mean? And you don't need to do anything for it. Nothing. Completely nothing. Abdallah Manan, Abrahamanam. What up, man? Welcome to the show. All right. So with broking messages, the cool stuff is that okay, cool. So the main principle is now we have 2 services running, but we're going to spin up multiple, right? Because the processor will receive random messages, and based on that message, he's going to send that to the corresponding services, right? Because you could have a service that's responsible for the public payments, right? There's a specific service, a specific domain, public payments. Then you have a service that is for the private payments. And then you're going to have a service for the subscriptions. And you're going to have a service that handles add-ons. So they're going to handle that. Ezekiel, first time I catch a stream. Amen. Welcome. I'm getting sick. I can feel it. But it is what it is. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin up more receivers. Right. We're going to make a new receiver. And this one is going to be the public... public processor, right? The public processor. That's fine. And you don't need to have these hooks all the time, right? It does not need to be if you don't want. Package. You're gonna see it's gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna say package. What is this? Receivers. Receivers. Boom, boom, boom. This is going to be the public processor. Public. 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 And this guy is, of course, going to be the public processor. Alright, so this guy is going to basically MSG public payment. Exactly, that's what he's going to do. He's going to receive the public payment. You're going to say here, fmt printf. You're going to say the public proc percentage s v new line msg m. All fine. Of course, it can have state, right? You can have state and you can do whatever the fuck you want with it, but it's just for an example, right? That's fine. So what we're gonna do is let's do a case actor started, right? So we can see that actor started. You could say can I copy this and then change some modification? You need to be smart and don't type too much. Println public proc started. Just like that. Delete this, do this, and call it a day, right? So that's what we're gonna do. So that's fine. So the next thing, the main goal is that our processor, our main processor here. Can I close these things here? Close all. Done. So the main thing is that each time we start here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create subprocesses, right? Actually, I have a better idea. Yes. No. We need an account ID. It doesn't matter. For now. What we need is we're going to say that the public, we're going to say public proc pit. Actually, to be honest, public processor pit. Yes, there's going to be an actor pit, right? Actor pit, just like that. We're also going to have some other things, but first the public one. So what we're going to do is on start, we're going to spawn, we're going to say ctx spawn child. It's going to be receivers dot new a producer. Yes, fine. What's going on? Where am I? Oh yeah, I'm in this thing already. New public processor. That's fine. We're gonna give this a name. It's gonna be the public one. Public. And actually, I want to have an account ID. I want to give this an account ID. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the processor here. Actually, we could route it. To be seen. No tag. Public is fine. Right. So we're gonna say B. The public proc pit is this one. Very important. Why? Actually, we could do it on start of on init. It doesn't really matter. So what we're gonna do is each time we receive a public payment, we're gonna say ctx forward to p public proc pit. Right? Amazing. It's crazy. I'm gonna also do default here. Why? Because I'm so bored and tired of this M compiler message having a problem. I'm gonna solve it like that. Alright, let's take the chat. SM. Hey Anthony, wish you a very beautiful evening. And I wish you also a very beautiful evening. Thank you for the effort to share the knowledge. Hey. If I can make somebody a little bit better or happy, then that's the only thing I'm doing for. Are you using protobufs? Yes, we are using protobufs. We are using DRPC. The internal Hollywood is so fucking fast because I'm using DRPC. Yes. It is what it is, right? You could see DRPC is going to be the event stream, I guess. Event writer, actually, to be honest. There is no event writer. Stream writer. Yes. Where was my DRPC? My beautiful DRPC. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. New DRPC remote, stream, receive, all that stuff. Trace, boom, boom, boom. Look at this. Nice closing things. Engine sent to a router. Handle the stream. It's crazy. It's insane. We also have a stream reader. Look at this. Stream reader. We also have a stream router. Boom. Beautiful. All right. Let's go back to our payment shenanigans, right? So the main goal is what's going to happen is the broker is going to read events from, I don't know, a WebSocket. Who cares? He's going to read events for a specific account ID or for multiple account IDs. But in this case, for one account ID, because you can spin up multiple brokers, right? You can spin up a broker for this account and a broker for another account, right? Microservices, right? So basically, you're going to spin that up. He's going to read his events and he's going to forward that to the processor, and the processor is going to multiplex based on the event and going to forward it to its sub-process. That's the thing. Is it gonna work? We don't know, right? So we're gonna run the broker first. The broker is going to yada yada, right? It's gonna restart. The cool thing is your actors also restart, right? So if something is broken, he will restart automatically. And that's actually what's happening here, but with a little bit of internal magico. Voodoo, black magic. And then we're gonna start this processor. Shit, we don't get any what's going on? Like I said, things could work. Yeah, yes, fine. What's going on here? Public payment. Are we sending that? Broker. Yeah. Start sending events, it's fine. It's going to be the processor pit. No, it's not true. Yeah, it is. It is going to be the processor pit. Let me see. Everything is going to be fine, because otherwise there wouldn't be errors. Right? It's going to be the processor. That's fine. It cannot dial it. That's no problem. Because you can see how it's routed, right? So this is the name of the processor, but you could also have multiple processors, and you can access these receivers from over the wire by calling their name and tags. And what's my seat is yeah, so it's fine, it's cool. Time sleep. So we sent that to the thingy. That's cool. So the problem is in the processor. Wait, I'm gonna actually do a ctx, no, an fmt println of this message real quick to see what's going on. So I'm running the broker here. Wait, something is... Wait, I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna... What's a good account now? This one. 7. Okay. So I don't need to flag this thing. Okay, let's broke. Then this guy, processor. Boot him up. Where is he? Come on, baby. Yes, boom. Okay, so we get these two events, but that's basically probably started or initialized and everything. Wait. What we could do is... this other one is still running, I guess. That doesn't matter. Leave him. Leave him. So spawn child is this one. I never tested this forward, by the way. Never tested it. So we could do... I'm gonna say here... actually, to be honest, where is thingy? I'm looking for the public processor. We don't get this message, right? To be honest... Okay. I have no clue what's going on here. Wait. On stop, on init. We don't care about these things. Wait, we need to. Are we calling this? Because it could be that we don't have these hooks. Proc started. This guy is fine, it's fine, it's fine. He can do whatever he want. Okay, proc started is fine. Damn, debugging once again. What up, Mion? Yay! Damn, I thought this would be a much smoother ride, not gonna lie. But hey. Okay, debug mode. Okay, we got a pet, right? Public. Okay. What is going on with spawn child? Because I could do it like that. Because what's the difference if you spawn a child and it's basically tied to the parent context? It basically means that if your parent process dies, the child will also terminate automatically, right? It will also terminate automatically. I'm gonna test this real quick with CTX engine spawn a new public processor. Actually, we could do it like that, processor, and then we could say here public, give it a tag like that, right? Gonna be better. And let's delete this. And let's see what's going on. Then I know that the other thing is broken, actually, to be honest. Yeah, it's spawn child. You see, now it's working perfectly fine, right? You see, public is started. And you can see that we have a processor public, thanks to these tags. God damn it, I need to quickly open up... where is my Vim? To do. Fuck, I don't have to do. How do we do that? Alright, so what I need to do, child cannot be spawned with hooks. Context test is broken. Context spawning childs is also borked. Hence context is borked. Context is basically broken, right? That's fine. Now we know that. So we're gonna spawn with CTX engine, so it's not gonna be a child. So that's bad. So what we need to do then is basically on stop is we need to say CTX engine here poison. We also need to poison B the public proc pit, right? So normally that's a step you don't need to do if you spawn a child, because it will automatically be poisoned. But in case, because we can't, because for some reason the context is completely broken, well, not completely, but something is wrong, we need to do it like that, unfortunately. Okay, cool. So you can see what's going on, even though this other guy is just running. So the processor spawns a subprocess that is specifically going to handle public payments. All right. So then, and then you can do your logic there, right? You have your public, your file, your public little domain processor, right? Domain-driven shenanigans, and you can do some logic there, right? And then you have a private payment, which we're gonna do right now. So we have a receiver's public. Let's make another one, and it's gonna be a private. Oh man, what's going on, man? It's crazy. I had the flu a couple of weeks ago, and now my throat is getting to hurt here, like this. How does it called? Am I dying? Am I getting some kind of a cancer or something? man, I'm not gonna Google it, man. Each time I Google, I'm getting anxiety because people say I'm dying. It's crazy. If you go to Google, I have this, cancer. I have that, you're gonna die. I have this, you're probably gonna get, your leg needs to be amputated. I have this, you have 1 hour to live. It's crazy, so don't Google it. You know what I mean? It's all fine. Don't Google anything. Google is not your doctor. That's basically the first thing. If I go to my doctor, the first thing that you can see on a piece of paper is Google is not a doctor. It's the first thing. Yeah. All right, so we're going to say receivers probably like that. So we're going to copy. I'm going to show you something else. You can also spawn functions. You can also spawn functions. Look at this. Look at this. We're gonna no, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna spawn functions because you can see the test for that. Type. Actually, where is my public processor? I'm gonna copy this guy. I'm gonna copy everything. He's mine. Private. Boom. You see? That's how fast I am. Public processor. Private. You see? Private. Private. Yada yada yada. Private. And of course there is no logic, there is no business logic, I know, but you get the point, right? I hope you get the point what I'm talking about. Private. Private. Boom. Fine. Private processor, all good, all good, all good, all good. Good, good, good. Right. So now in our main processor, we are going to say, we're going to copy this and we're going to name this private. Right. Private proc, the private processor pit and the public processor pit. So we're going to basically spawn it again. We're going to spawn another guy. And in this case, we're going to spawn the private processor. Of course, right? And we're going to say processor private with a tag, private tag, fine. And then we don't need this. So what we're going to do is case, if it's a if I die in this stream, guys, please. It's crazy. And we're going to forward this to the private proc, just like that. It's already being taken care of. Of course, we don't have private payments, right? Because the broker is broke. So how are we gonna do this? You should ask ChatGPT. No, man, I don't ask ChatGPT anything. You know what I mean? If you have a chat, if you have a ChatGPT tag tab open, I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. I can understand that, and you're just average, right? And you're just an average person, just like everybody else, right? Like on Twitter, these chat GPT 3 prompts are good, and this and that, and everybody, oh, chat is gonna change the world. It's not gonna change the world, you dumbass. It's completely garbage. It's good, but it's basically a filtered Google. You know what I mean? It's already out for a long time. I don't know why you guys. I've been using the model, not the chat, but the GPT-3 model a very long time ago, where I was using it for ingredients for this ingredient startup, where you could basically tell what's in your fridge, and it gives you a list of what you could make from it. But it's prohibited because you cannot do that, because sometimes it could respond with ingredients that are not good for you, for people that have diabetes or something. It's just it can't. You cannot make that public, right? It exists already before you guys even know that something like that was on the market, and everybody's basically excited. It's completely garbage. I swear to God, I don't care. You can unsubscribe or something. It is what it is. Everybody is excited about and think that is going to change the world is completely has no fucking clue what's going on. Right? I'm so sorry. Copilot, GitHub, all that stuff. All that stuff. I don't like it. I don't use it. And you can use it, but you're still going to be slower as me. That's what it is. It's the truth. You know what I mean? Even AI can beat me, you know? So what we're going to do is broker receive... Wait. Processor bit. Listen, listen very carefully, right? So I make this library, I make this engine, this framework 1 week ago, right? Let's say you want to use this framework, but you don't know how you need to use it. Chat GTP3 does also not know how to use it. You know what I mean? He doesn't know the existence of it. He does not know how to use it. He does not know anything about it. So who's the smartass? Nobody, right? He's dumb. He's trained on data that's already in the past, right? So how are you going to set the trend? You cannot set the trend. You cannot invent. You cannot be creative. It cannot be creative. It cannot look into the future. It cannot come up with new ideas. It can only tell you existing ideas that were found on the internet, which is basically the internet exists out of 80% of complete garbage, right? Of complete garbage. So most of the time it's going to be garbage. Also, you need to understand that it's no magic. It's trained on data that's already been there, right? And read Twitter, read Medium. 80% of these articles, watch YouTube. 80% of these articles are complete dog shit with semi-true information, mediocre stuff. If you want to be a high-level engineer, if you want to be somebody that makes these things, if you want to be somebody that sets trends, that invents stuff, you need to diss all of that AI automation, my friend. You know what I mean? That isn't true. You can paste into chat. Listen to me, Restal Joy. What can you paste there? What can you paste in there? I agree with you on your other ChatGPT takes, but functionality, it can do what you're saying. It cannot know things that are created today or yesterday. That's the problem. So if you encounter a problem that he does not know about, he's fucked, right? He doesn't know my name. That's the first mistake. But hey, for me, I don't care, right? Listen, for me it doesn't matter. You can use it as much as you want. You can Copilot and use all these IDEs and with all these cool tools and hey, I don't care, you know what I mean? It's fine. What am I doing here? New broker, what are we doing here? It's this one. God damn it. It can know things, it cannot know things, my friend. You don't understand that. Then you have no clue what's going on. This model is trained. It's already trained, you know what I mean? It's trained, it's done. The data, it's sealed. Then I think you need to read some more papers about AI. It's sealed. It's done. It's completely sealed. If it cannot know a concept that it does not know about, you know what I mean? You need to understand that. It cannot know. If there is a new term invented, a new word or something, it cannot comprehend that, because all the data it cannot. It can only infer stuff based on what it already know. The music is again. Do I need to keep repeating this music? It's crazy. What's going on here? Library. Let me find some good collection real quick. Hey, it's different. It's a great invention. It will help a lot of people. It will, because once again, it will help a lot of people because all these code monkeys are going to be helpful. And other people. I call it very important people also. What I'm gonna do, I'm finding real quick a thingy here. Game career list. I'm gonna do this one real quick. All right. Yeah, Russell, Joe, you need to understand that there's a lot of delay here between when I see your message. It's going to be a delay, so we could be talking about something we don't know. We don't know what's going on. But don't get me wrong, guys. So don't get me wrong on these AI stuff. They are very helpful, right? They are very helpful. But I don't want to. Like I said, I set for myself. I made a contract with myself. I don't want to be. I don't want to work at a company where I just need to code monkey stuff. It's very important to have code monkeys. As people come to the office, they go to their to-do list, right? In my case, it's a TXT file. In your case, it will be some fancy Jira tool from your company, right? And you just fix the issues by issue, right? And that's the only thing you're gonna do. And you have nothing more to do because they don't want you to be in some kind of special meeting because they don't care about your opinion, right? It's for the architecture people and the PMs and the CTO and all these garbage people, right? So for these people, it can be handy because you need to do a lot of stuff and you don't know most of the time these things because you don't explore at home. So then chat I cannot even explain, chat AI thingy can be very helpful because it can actually solve a lot of stuff and write code for you, right? And then you can copy paste. But I could not live with it. If I need to copy paste some code from an AI and then maybe tweak some stuff, I swear to God, I'm killing myself directly. It's so bad. It's so bad. And the most complex things, the real complex things, it most likely is not gonna be accurate, right? If you ask it the most simple questions, right? And that's everybody's whoo. It can make a web scraper. Yeah. Huh? This a simple one. Yeah. Right. But once it needs to get complicated, and once you need to solve problems that it actually does not really know about, you're gonna run it won't. It legit not gonna happen. I swear to God, I actually used it. Of course I used it, right? I'm not going to say I not used it. I used it once. So the crazy thing was, I was checking it. I was creating a story that Bob had so many coins, and then he came across Alice, and I made a real story, right, to confuse it. And then he came across Alice, and he gave 1 coin to Alice, but Alice trampled across the... slipped out of a banana or something and she lost 1 coin, and then Mark came and Mark picks up the coin and Mark split the coin in 2 and gave 1 to his daughter, 1 to his son, and an whole story, and it could calculate every single thing. That stupid thing could basically calculate the balance of everyone in that story. I was fucking mind blown, right? That's mind blowing. I think that was the best thing. Right, but that it can write a web scraper and such, I don't think that's insane. But that it could keep track of all that stuff, and it was a very complex story with a very edge case and everything, and it could know that. That was crazy. But yeah. Okay, what are we doing here? I'm thinking about. Can I do this, for example? It's actually gonna run, I don't know, man. Well. Actually, I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna make it. I don't have time to think. Don't have the energy to think about a good randomized way, and I want to do it with. No. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna do it like that, right? Just gonna do it like that. Boom. Make it simple, right? And if somebody can make this better, hey. Private. Like I said, today I'm a bit grumpy. I'm so sorry. Like I feel sick and everything. I don't know what it is, and we're gonna do this. 69. 96, right? What's your diet? Today. Yeah, I know, guys. Like, it's a very personal thing, and like, again, because Ezekiel says, "What about AI to finish the line you're writing? I use Copilot for that. It saves me a lot of time." And guys, you need to listen. I'm already old. I'm 36. You know what I mean? I'm coming from the Vim. I'm coming from a native experience. You know what I mean? I come from the time there was no async, await, there was nothing. You know what I mean? I come from the time there was PHP, vanilla JavaScript, and Python, C and C++. And that was it. You know what I mean? And of course, these other things. But we learned how to program like you actually should program, right? By trial and error, a lot of exploration, a lot of creativity. And because the more you explore stuff, the easier it is to come up with connections and patterns, if you could, right? Watch all my streams, right? Watch all my streams, and you know that my streams are not scripted. You know that. It's all like this. I don't know. I thought about something, and I'm doing it right on the fly, right? Ad hoc. This is very simple, but I did more complex things, right? So how do you know how to do things, right? How do you know that? Because I'm almost not on Google. I'm almost not on Google. How many times do you see me Google an issue? You never see me Google an issue. You know what I mean? If you don't believe me, I have 100, almost 200 videos on YouTube. I don't do it. Why? Because I never ever made it myself so easy. I always made it myself hard by being stubborn on solving a solution, that on finding an answer on a problem I had, fixing a bug. Going to Google and going to Stack Overflow, of course, back in the days, of course, right? You cannot, of course, that is a part of the process. But by doing all that stuff, I'm right now at the point where I don't always need to be. Of course, there will be nasty stuff going on that I need to look up because it's programming, right? Looking things up is very important. But if you, I'm so getting used to of all my workflows and stuff, and I cannot live with something that will complete my code because he is not in my head. There is no AI on earth that can replace my thinking. There's no way AI on earth ever, maybe when I die, that can replace my creativity. He cannot know what I want to do, like I said, because I'm setting the trends. I'm making the paradigms. He cannot know. So he's going to complete with maybe okay code, but it's not going to complete exactly the way I want it. So I don't use it. I don't care. But for a lot of people, it could be very, very, very handy and productive. I understand. Completely agree. But I would hire somebody that does not use it than somebody that does use it. I'm sorry, I'm so native. It's like, If I want to go to war, I don't want to go with the best educated military boy, right? With high, how do you say that? The military school, and he was the best of the best, and I don't care. I just want somebody that can shot headshots. All headshots. Somebody that can fucking, even as his fucking leg is cut down, he basically keeps going. He keeps clapping cheeks, right? Dirt. No. Pure heart. You know what I mean? He does not need to have all this fancy graduate military stuff. He needs to shoot people in the head and go have a very strong, how do you say that? A very strong mind. You know what I mean? It's the same with coding. I want a hacker. I want a hacker. That's what I want. I want somebody that can break things and can bend them and can print them on the screen without fucking AI. Murat, I have a video about Go channels, man. Go to the how to Golang playlist. Everything is there. Everything is there. Okay, right. So what are we doing here? Yes, private payment. Fine. This is gonna be a subscription. Just like that. $4.99 or something. Is my time sleep completely gone? I'm completely fried. Not gonna lie. I'm so much like also. So time. We're gonna do a time millisecond. Milli. Fine. That's what we're gonna do. Super fast. I don't care. So we're gonna have private payment, public payments. Yes. Where is broker? Of course, not gonna be random. I know, but if you wanna go fancy, then you make it random, right? What's going on? Are we working again? Oh yeah. Why is this white can be gone actually? I shouldn't have taken rest today actually, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna boot this guy up. Yes. Alright. So we get these messages, fine. What I want to do basically to make it a little bit of do we have a float? Actually, to be honest, you could do a rand int n, right? Mat max int. And then we're gonna cast it to a float 64. What a chat. Something like that. You see? Let's do it like that. And of course, I saw something in the private processor real quick that yeah, that should be it, right? All right, let's broke. Yes, sounds good, right? So we have the public, we have a public processor is handling his stuff. We have the private thing is handling his stuff. What is this? We have this account ID. Not quite sure what that is actually, to be honest. And I will clean this up, this example, for sure. Okay, I think it's the processor itself, basically. Oh yeah, it's the thingy. It's the subscription. Yeah. We have time, right? We're gonna make the subscription, to be honest. We're gonna call this the sub. Oh, just like that. Let me open up the private one. Oh, my throat hurts so much, man. What's going on? I'm worried. Sub. Alright, that's fine. Active started, we're gonna say sub proc started. Then it's gonna be a subscription, actually, to be honest. Boom. Oh man, hurts. Alright, let's do processor here. Private payment. It's gonna be subscription. Boom. Boom. Sub. Subproc ID. What am I doing here? CTX engine new sub, new private, new sub processor. No, that's not true. What's going on here? Juggling. Processor, subscription. Boom. Right. So you could see. Actually, we need to fix these child spawns. Actually, spawn child. But that will be for off stream probably. CTX forwards subscription proc, right? But you can see what I'm trying to do, right? It's a very common use case where you boot up these brokers that are listening to some kind of events. So they parse a data stream, right? Could be bytes, could be JSON, whatever. It's parsing all that stuff, and then he's parsing that into a message, and he sends that to a processor, and that processor will take in all that stream, and it will multiplex the private payments to the private payment microservice, and the public to the public payment microservice, and yada yada yada. Right? That's a thing. That's very common. You don't see this on YouTube, I know, but it's a very common thing, because I'm using that all the time in my day job. So basically, yeah, very common. Very common, but also uncommon. You know what I mean? It's very common, but it's also uncommon on YouTube. Yeah. This. Oh man. It's a bad day, man. Look at this. There's nothing in it. It's just a little sip. Okay, so the subscriptions. We spawn it, right? So we spawn all this stuff on start. We could do something like that if you really want. We can't. We can't. We can't. My bad. My bad. But this could actually keep going, to be honest. You see, sending messages. So you send 3 times a message, right? You send it over the wire from broker to processor, and then you send, processor spins up 3 sub-processors, well, and then it sends it internally to them, right? So 1, 2 messages actually. And then basically what you could do is that each processor basically does some stuff, and then it sends it back to another one, and then you have these microservice flow, all that stuff, right? Super fast, yeah. Yes, are there any questions? I think I'm gonna... I want to showcase some stuff, right? So maybe I will double check this thing. I'm gonna basically... I'm gonna make a panic here so I don't forget this. What's going on? Caps lock maybe? Yeah? I'm gonna panic here. It's gonna say child proc. Right? So that if I build this in my make file, I'm gonna build this like this. Bin is gonna be payment processor. Examples payment. Oh yeah, what's going on here? Fuck, we can, because it's PM versus CMD. Actually, forget about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh man. Oh, I'm dying. What do I need to do? Some doctor in the channel? Is there somebody with a degree? Ask ChatGPT. Ask him. Can somebody ask him what's going on? He's maybe telling me that I'm gonna die, so I don't want to ask it. He's gonna tell me the truth. He's gonna say your throat hurts because you're talking gibberish. Because you're talking too much smack on stream, Anthony. That's why your throat hurts. We're trying to stop you. Okay, what's my diet? Somebody asked me what's my diet. My diet is basically a lot of carbs and a lot of proteins, man. But well clean. A lot of clean stuff, right? A lot of, how do you call it, fibers. A lot of fibers and everything. A lot of Go fibers. And a lot of bites. That's what I eat. That's my diet. So I'm gonna panic here, so I cannot, yeah. Yeah. Hey, is what it is. So this code will be available in the example when it's kind of done in the repo. Let me look. Let me look something up. Right? Get up. Let me look something up. Yes, here. So it will be, what's going on here? You will find this in the examples here, right? But it's not here yet, right? That's where you can find it. Yeah, if you want to play around with it, please play around with it and try to break it and let me know what's going on, right? Jump into the Discord, let me know what's going on. For the people that want to know how I built this, you can go to Patreon. All the videos are there. Some internal videos. And all that stuff, right? Yeah, so today is not the best stream, I'm not gonna lie. For me it was a big struggle, right? Sometimes it happens, so you could say you can know that. I don't care, right? Today was I don't know what's going on. So I plan to stream, but like 2 hours before stream, I went to the gym and everything was fine, and my throat starts to hurt and everything. I don't know what it is. But yeah, if I plan to stream, I'm not gonna cancel it, right? I not do that. You know, I'm a man of honor. I'm a man of my word, so I stream. But it was a bit, I don't know, not the best performance. Hey, but it is what it is. That's life. Progress is not linear, right? Progress is ups and downs. You know what I mean? Good days, bad days. Right? As long as you have more good days than bad days, that's fine, right? Hi there. Hi guys, how's everyone doing? LDM, you learn from struggling and find a lot of times. These days people don't want to grind out that. They go to Stack Overflow instantly. Yes, LDM, that's completely true. What he's telling me. What he's telling in the chat. LDM is telling that people are basically... guys, listen. The only thing you guys want is cheap dopamine. You know what I mean? Cheap dopamine. You want instant gratification. That's what you guys want. Instant result and instant gratification. And I think 90% of the people are like this. And you probably also. I don't know. I'm talking to a global audience, but you probably also, and you need to stop at that. But you want something and you want it today. And if you don't get it today, you're basically depressed. I'm depressed. No, you're not depressed. You know what I mean? It's you're angry because you cannot have it, and you don't believe in yourself, so you know you're not gonna have it on the long term. You don't want to grind it out. You don't want to grind it out. You want it to have instantly. So you go to Stack Overflow instantly, you go to Google instantly, you go to ChatGPT 3 instantly, Copilot instantly. You want everything instantly. You want to have muscles fucking instantly. Everything instantly. You know what I mean? You want a nice, beautiful girlfriend instantly. 6 figures instantly. It doesn't work like that. You need to fucking struggle. And learn by mistakes. And everything what you hear about Twitter and everything what you read on Reddit, trust me, on Reddit, stay away from that toxic environment. That's my first advice. What you read on Twitter, most of the times, you need to stay away from everything. I deleted everything. If I post on Reddit, sometimes I post my video on Reddit. You know what I do? I post it and I never come back. I just post it and I don't read the comments. I'm not there. I'm not responding. I just post it on my way just to get some more traction. That's the only thing I'm doing it for. I delete my Instagram and I delete everything. You know? I just have YouTube because I'm on there, right? I cannot delete myself. That would be crazy. So I'm gonna give you good advice. Everything you see on TikToks, on Twitter, on Medium, on Reddit is most of the time garbage. So, but who is gonna learn me stuff? You're gonna learn you stuff. You know what I mean? You're gonna learn it. Nobody else. Because when I started my YouTube channel, listen very carefully. When I started my YouTube channel, I had 0 subscribers. Right? People are struggling to get 100 subscribers. People are struggling to get 1,000 subscribers. And they go on all these, they read books about YouTube and books about this and books about this. And I'm going to read a book about this and I'm reading a book about that. But you're still fucking trash. You know what I mean? I growed my channel without any advice because I know all the advice I can see. How to get 1,000 subscribers in a week. How to get 5,000 subscribers in this. How to blow up your YouTube channel. How about shut the fuck up because you're telling people lies, right? So I just try and error myself, right? I make a thumbnail. Is it not good? I check the analytics. I make another one. I figure it out myself. And that's what you need to do. How do I learn how to code? I figure it out myself. You know, how do I learn how to keep a girlfriend? Well, I figured it out myself. Probably by how to train, how to get jacked as a 36-year-old machine. Like a Greek god. How do you do that? I don't listen to all these guys on YouTube. How to get abs and how to get big biceps and how to get this and how to get that. It's all lies. It's all lies. Everybody is lying to you. Trust me. Trust me. No, nobody's telling you the truth. Nobody, man. They are fucking lying to you and oh man. Took me a while to figure that out, man. I was just like you. I think I was not so long ago. I figured it out that everybody's just lying. It's crazy. There's no information to be found. Like how to get good at something, you cannot find it. There's this. It's the same thing like playing games. How to get good at League of Legends? You can find all these videos like bronze to challenger, but by the end of the day, you look at them, right? You look at them. You maybe bought some lessons, but you're still trash because you don't learn it yourself. You copy directly. You copy directly all these books and all these mechanics, and you need to CS this and you CS fuck it. Just fuck around. You know what I mean? Just fuck around, see what works. You know? Ay. I'm gonna be honest. The moment I stopped listening, I made a tweet about that. The moment I stopped listening to everybody and just figured it out myself, that's the moment my life changed drastically. It's the moment I thought that people with experience, people on YouTube, the so-called gurus, the so-called even people in my inner circle that I have made some companies or something and they want to give you advice. I don't listen to them because, I don't know. People, I don't know, man. I just figured it out myself. You know, that's it. What do you listen when coding? Most of the time, electronic music, EDM, but without vocals. Without vocals. I listen not because that distracts me, right? And it's also a very low... I use noise cancellation, but with a very low volume, because I don't actually hear the volume you guys hearing. It's dimmed down. Mickey, I had an idea for the project and I'm teaching myself MySQL, JavaScript, and Svelte. Yeah, man, you need to learn everything yourself, man. It's pretty fine. Hi there, I'm trying to build a project and I can't find cheap dopamine. Hi there. Would love some of that. I'm just getting frustration, but it is what it is. Building a project, yeah, it is frustration, but that's a problem, right? It's always going to be frustration. That's the first phase of learning, right? It's always going to be frustration. And the problem is, how do I need to say this? You're frustrated because you know how other people are, and you're not. That's why you're frustrated. Because if you see the world being frustrated about a problem and struggling about a problem, and you are also struggling about that problem, you're not going to be frustrated because everybody is struggling and you see that as a common thing. So there is no frustration because, oh yeah, I'm struggling, but everybody's struggling, so yeah, let me continue, right? It's a normal thing, right? That's it is. But you don't see frustration, you don't see struggle on the internet anymore. The only thing you see is instant goodness. Yeah? That's what you see. Beautiful guys, strong as fuck. Of course, they're taking steroids. Everybody's taking steroids. I can basically, in a blink of a second, tell you if you're taking steroids or not. If you're a natty or you're a non-natty. And the reason why I can is because I have very good genes. I train fucking hard. I'm not taking anything. And I know how hard it is. And I know that there's always... I can just see it. I can just see it, right? People don't want to grind it out. That's the thing. And it's frustrating. Because it's frustrating to go to the gym for a lot of people because they're training and they're not getting the results they want to because they see people on Instagram, they see people on TikTok, they see people on YouTube being jacked as fuck. Of course, they're taking a shit ton of steroid pads, whatever you want to, SORMs, all that stuff, right? And you don't see them struggle. So that's why you're frustrated. This is what it is. I am frustrated about bugs I am finding in my code base for no fucking reason, and users are just creating support tickets that I have to resolve every day. Well, man, hey, welcome. It is what it is, man. That's true. That's fine. Thanks to your user, actually, because thanks to your users, you find the bugs and you can fix them, right? As long as you can fix faster than they make tickets, then it's all good, right? It's like a queue. If you can consume faster than you can produce, it's gonna be nice. I am the definition of frustration. I'm frustrated too, guys, sometimes. Trust me. 29th of January. 1 month of the year is already rip. You know what I mean? It's already done. And before you know, it's Christmas once again. You know what I mean? Jingle bells. Jingles all the way. And then we are celebrating once again. And then it's 2024 and I'm 37. And what was this year? Nothing. What did I do? Probably nothing, right? Just work. That's what I did. Oh, man. It's crazy. Sometimes the people that are basically living out of their van and traveling from place to place without any money, without any luxury, that's amazing. I think that's amazing. I think traveling the world, forcing yourself into adventures, meeting people, different conflicts, different opinions. You see different parts of the world. You keep in good shape because you don't overeat, right? You don't overeat because you live with from out of your van. So you do some work here and there, but you need to. I think it's a nice balance. Live from the animals in the forest or something, or live from berries. That's what life is all about. I think we are evaluating into some species where suffering is inevitable. You're tying yourself to so many responsibilities that there is no way out. You made a contract with so many responsibilities. If you have friends, you made a contract with all your friends that you need to listen to them, they can text you. You have your job, you have a contract with your job. You have kids, so you have a contract with your kids. You need to educate them, you need to feed them. You have a dog, so you have a contract with your dog. You need to do stuff with him. You have a house, so you have a contract with your house because you need to make sure it's getting cleaned up. You have a garden, so you have a contract with your garden, and you have a contract with yourself to go to the gym or something. So you have all these little contracts, all these responsibilities. How can we not suffer with all that burden? Well, back in the day, in the beginning, there was no contracts. You know what I mean? The only contract you had is stay alive. It is what it is. This is eat, and that's it. I think that's good. Anyway, we're going to wrap up the stream. A little bit of philosophy, you know what I mean? And it's probably all bullshit that comes out of my mouth, but it is what it is. Okay, thanks everyone for watching the stream. To basically not waste your time, of course, but to be here, spend some free time to watch my shenanigans. And please check out Hollywood. Try some stuff with it. What you like, tell me what you don't like, tell me what you like, and if there are bugs, please report them so I can fix them. And if you want to fix them, you can fix them. You know what I mean? Help me out. Yes. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm gonna eat some vegetables with chicken and potatoes. Yes. That's what I'm gonna do. And jump into the Discord community so you can talk. Whatever. We can cry. Bye.